WWE 2K25 has been officially revealed for the Nintendo Switch 2. We've got screenshots and gameplay footage from the trailer that was released on Twitter, and we're going to do comparisons to see how it looks compared to the PlayStation 5 version. But before we get to that, the like button is feeling kinda lonely, so do me a solid and hit that real quick. Check the description for a link to my Discord as well. So you might know that WWE 2K and Nintendo don't have the greatest history. WWE 2K18 launched on the original Switch, and to this day it has very nasty problems on that console. But those problems were all pretty much mostly fixed on the Switch 2 because it's got a lot more power, obviously. But now we have the most recent and current iteration of the WWE 2K25 series on the Nintendo Switch 2. It is $70 for the standard edition, and it is scheduled to release in about 3 weeks, on July 23rd. I was kinda hoping that we would get a stealth drop today, but I guess 3 weeks is still a pretty short wait. But let's get to the comparisons now, and as you can see, the Switch 2 version seems to be holding its own. No doubt that's thanks to the AI upscaling, but I should make note of something, and this is going to be important, and that is that none of this footage is my own. This is all footage either from the official WWE Games YouTube account, where they uploaded the Switch 2 footage, or from other YouTubers who uploaded wrestler entrances. I just did my best to align everything as closely as I could, but obviously some things are not going to be perfect, and in addition to that, some of the PS5 footage is obviously less quality than it would be on an actual PS5 because it was from a compressed YouTube video where the uploader did not upload it at 60 frames per second. This was all that I could find. That said, the Switch 2 footage is also from a compressed YouTube video. I don't have a PS5 myself or this game, but I think this is still a decent representation of what we're going to be getting on the Switch 2. Another thing to note is that this is obviously going to be a game keycard. There was pretty much no other alternative for 2K here, since the game is over 70 gigabytes on the Nintendo Switch 2, and that's just for the standard edition. And the Switch 2 does have a 64 gigabyte cap on the game card sizes, so at least we have the option for physical if we want it. Also of note is that the PS4 edition is 80 gigabytes, while the PlayStation 5 version is over 100 gigabytes. From what we're seeing here, WWE 2K25 on the Switch 2 is looking like it's probably going to be a very solid port over from the console version. It's hard to tell as well whether this is ported from PS5 or from last gen, but we're just going to have to wait till we see more footage. As we've seen with Cyberpunk though, that game was ported over to the Switch 2 from the PS5, so is that the case here as well? Having said all that, from the Switch 2 gameplay that we see in the trailer, everything seems to look like it's running totally at full speed. The character models all look pretty good. In WWE 2K18 for the original Switch, if you remember, every match ran slower than on a console, especially when there were more than 2 people in the ring at the same time. That does not seem to be an issue in this game, and I never thought that it would be. Honestly, if it was, WWE never would have even announced this game for the Switch 2, because I'm sure they very badly want to avoid anything similar to what happened with 2K18. We're probably going to be seeing more WWE 2K games on the Switch 2 going forward. That's going to be it for this video. I'm SwitchPlayed. Done.